Hello there everyone, uxwbill here once again, along with my mother. Today has been quite the day for baking here in the kitchen. We're getting ready to fire up the bread machine, as you can see. And we've made some scones, or at least my mother has made some scones. There's some sort of a lemon bar-y thing here. And I even baked a pizza. Talk about the pinnacle of culinary achievement. Baking a frozen pizza has to be right up there, but it's nothing compared to what we're about to do today. We're going to take something that many of you consider to be an unwanted pest in your yard, and we're going to make something interesting out of it. And what might that be, Mother? Can you tell us?
Dandelion jelly.
That's right, folks. We are going to try to make dandelion herbal jelly. And of course, the first part of doing this involves going outside and finding some dandelions. And so it is, folks, that we have gone out to the farm in an effort to find lots and lots of dandelions. I would say we have probably succeeded. We were going to do this over in the yard at the Roach Palace because it hadn't been mowed in a spell, and there were plenty of dandelions peeking their heads up, but we need a lot of them. Yeah, we need to fill that pan over there. I'm probably giving Sony's wind noise reduction quite a workout out here. A word of caution to any of you who plan to do the same thing that we're doing right now. Make sure that you choose a place to pick dandelions where no fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, etc. have been sprayed, because you don't want to poison yourself. Likewise, if you have one of those green grass chemical services come and spray your lawn or your neighbor's lawn or something like that, you might want to exercise due caution. Now, in order to pick these things, we don't want the whole dandelion because the stem is bitter. Won't taste very good in our jelly. We just want the head, none of the stem, nothing else. And a little while later, we're going to prepare the head further. We're going to make some kind of a tea out of it. Got a little bit of stem on that one, but we can probably deal with it. It'll probably be easier to do this when I've turned the video camera off, which I'm going to do soon, because although I know many of you enjoy almost anything that I choose to put down on video, I think that my spending the better part of half an hour, maybe a little more than that even, to fill that pot full of dandelions is probably pushing things a little bit. You know what this reminds me of? These dandelions, picking these and getting ready to make them into a food product. This reminds me of a Ray Bradbury collection of stories entitled Dandelion Wine. And he's much more famous for having written Fahrenheit 451, which I haven't read in many years. I don't know if his collection of stories entitled Dandelion Wine actually has anything to do with actual dandelion wine or not. But that's just the power of thought association and all the stupid stuff that I have remembered over the years of my life. And yet when I change my password on an online service, I never can remember it. But something that I read 20 years ago is with me like it happened yesterday. Funny how that works, isn't it? There's a bee bumbling around over there. We'll just let him do his job. We come out here and do ours.
It's going to take a while.
I would imagine that it will.
Get those little fingers picking.
Yep. Now here we are rinsing all of the dandelion blossoms that we found just to make sure that no bugs or any flora and fauna that we don't want has not managed to come in with our bunch of dandelions. Now as soon as we get done with this, the next step will be to cut off all the green portions, leaving just the yellow petals. It took us about a half an hour to pick all the dandelions that we did, in case you happen to be wondering how long something like this takes to do. Of course, the actual prep work may take a little bit longer.
Okay, I'll start with these. And we'll snip them up.
Alrighty. Probably just going to use a regular household scissors for this.
Yep.
They look a little forlorn after they've been wet.
They might actually, that's why I didn't do them all, because they might actually be easier to snip when they're dry.
We're going to find out.
Yes, we are. Okay, so you're going to take this little Goomba, and you don't want the green thing. So we're going to snip that off right over the trash, which reduces the volume of the flower by about half. And then there are some little green things that we're going to try to get rid of. Okay, they look almost like little blades of grass. Well, no, maybe it won't matter that much. This could be tedious. Anyway, there's one.
That's what it looks like down there in our pot.
All right.
So, I guess it's time to get started.
Time to get started.
Okay, by my guess, it's been about a half an hour that we've been working on this since we got home from the farm. This is what we have to show for our efforts. I don't know how many cups this is off the top of my head, but as you can see, we've trimmed off all those, all the green parts of the dandelions. A little bit of green that made it in here, but nothing too serious. And we're getting to the point where we're just about ready for another batch of dandelions to trim up. And when we get those petals all processed and in this pot, our next step is going to be to add boiling water to this and make a kind of a tea mix. At least that's what it will resemble when we get done. So stay tuned. Now, just in case any of you out there in YouTube land wonder to what kind of extremes I go to bring you these videos, well, I have to tell you, I sat on my leg funny when I was over there trimming dandelion petals, and now I've got the pins and needles pretty good, so I hope I don't fall. This is what about an hour's worth of work produces. This is just shy of 3 quarts, basically 12 cups of dandelion petals. We've got our water boiling over here in the tea kettle. We're going to put these in a coffee filter or something similar, probably place the coffee filter in a colander, and then we're going to pour our boiling hot water over these petals. The end result is going to be allowed to steep or sit and absorb the flavor from the petals for quite a while. Meanwhile, we do have some other things cooking. We've got some chicken here in the oven, and we've got the bread machine going over here, which is noteworthy because we don't hardly use this thing very often. This is one of the very few Matsushita electric products you will ever see branded using the national name here in North America.
You ready?
Because I believe there's some kind of trademark issue with that. Alright, let's see what we've got going on over here. I was wrong about how we're going to do this. We're going to pour the boiling water into the petals. We're going to let that steep. Hot. And then we'll strain it at a later time after it's had a chance to absorb the flavor. Look at that burner glowing back there. I wonder what it'd do if I put night shot on. Ooh, check that out. As fellow YouTuber Mr. McGuire would say, that's bitching the shiznits. That's what that is. Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
3. Okay, right now there's 3 cups of water in there. And I'm going to kind of mash that down. Yeah, we probably need a little more water to really get all those petals submerged.
Here's the key keeper. We're making dandelion jelly. Can you believe that?
I got good news.
Got Mom's car done?
Yeah.
Cool. Uh-oh.
Took about an hour.
This does not look good, people. Get your finger out of my ear. I will kill you.
Still a little squirrely in the rear. It's a lot better than what it was. It's not fighting itself when you're trying to steer straight.
Oh, that's good. Every little bit helps.
Yeah.
Hi, honey.
And it's also, we'll have to set up some time to do a rear alignment. Because you've got some issues in the rear of the car too. I think that's why it's so squirrely. When you go around corners and accelerate.
Look at all those remnants of dandelions.
Okay.
Well, now with the water and the petals mixed, we'll be letting this steep until it reaches room temperature, or more probably overnight. But thanks to the magic of video editing, you don't have to wait that long.
Alright, the dandelion petals have steeped all night long, and now we're going to put it through a screen, because all we want is the liquid.
The tea, basically.
The tea, yes. So here you have soaked dandelion petals. It smells like tea. Doesn't smell sweet or flowery or anything.
And if this should not be enough straining, we'll run it through a second layer of screening later on. While my mother is busily preparing the canner, I thought we'd take a closer look at the tea here by lifting the dandelion petal remnants out of the way so that you can get a better feel for what that looks like. Really doesn't seem to have a very strong smell, probably doesn't have a lot of flavor. But as with everything in life, several cups worth of sugar help the medicine go down, such as they may be.
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to separate our colander and see what's going on in there. Alright. And probably going to just throw this away. Although, as you can see,
there's still quite a bit of liquid in there.
It's still wanting to drip. So maybe we'll just hold it like this for a minute. And whenever it stops dripping, I'm going to measure off 3 cups of this. We'll refer to it as dandelion tea.
I certainly think we have enough of it.
And we're going to measure off 3 cups and we're going to put it in this large saucepan. And then we're going to follow the directions.
We have a key keeper sneaking up on us.
Hey.
Yeah, excuse me.
Is everything okay, man?
Yeah, everything's grooving.
Alright. We'll take this to the sink then, okay?
Didn't know you were going to get in for taxi duty, did you?
Alright. So we're going to measure off.
We're back and we're getting 3 cups here. I believe we're doing this a half cup at a time. Well, the key keeper is enjoying some lovely bread machine bread from last night. Are you feeling okay?
Half. 2.
Yeah, I think we're going to have more than enough for another batch.
Half. 3.
I can really smell that tea now.
Okay, so there's 3 cups. Pretty sure that's 3 cups.
It's 3 cups. We are rapidly approaching time to start preparing things. Here's the pectin.
Okay.
This will aid in the gelling process.
Okay.
Still waiting on our lemon juice, though.
Alright, so here we have 3 cups of dandelion tea, which we are adding 1 box of Sure Gel pectin.
You can get that at any grocery store.
And we'll stir it. And we'll
Don't
also
get any
stir
extra
in
points for dropping your candy ham in there.
how much lemon juice?
Down to
2
the bottom.
tablespoons of lemon juice. Really kind of smells like tea. I mean, it doesn't have like a great flowery aromatic smell or anything. So we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Yep, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then we're going to put it on the stove and bring it to a boil.
And there we go. We'll boil it for 1 minute. That'll get the pectin started doing its thing. After we stir it up just a little bit here.
What do you think?
I think you needed a lot more lemon juice. Did we get a good sample of what color it actually is on the camera?
Yeah.
That's why I think you need a lot more lemon juice.
Oh. Oh, James the naysayer. Ye of little faith.
Another thing we've got cooking over here, we have the canner starting to cook.
Yeah, there's something dirty on the burner.
Starting to snap, crackle, and pop. I didn't know we were getting Rice Krispies out of this.
Okay, I'll just get everything kind of ready here.
Yeah, there's some smoke around the burner. How's that song go? Smoke on the burner.
Why was I thinking of that? Don't know. Alright, you're gonna need some lids. Okay.
Is that all it is packed in dandelion tea and lemon juice?
Pretty much.
Not sweetening it at all?
Yeah, we've got a bunch of sugar around here someplace.
Yeah, I got the sugar all
I
measured.
think it's over there on
Hey,
the
this,
stovetop.
this is supposed to be like a rare Epicurean treat.
We'll see.
Well, meanwhile, I'm going to enjoy a delicacy that's very difficult to prepare here. And then, thanks to the magic of video editing, we'll be right back.
It's made it to adulthood. I haven't poisoned anybody yet. Now, I want to use rings that look really nice, since I might be giving some of this stuff away.
Alright, what are you doing here?
What are you doing, James?
Tastes like lemon in this one. There's enough lemon juice, I guess.
Well, we got that all measured out, you know. So, we are going to see how much, you know, I wouldn't be above, since this is like so great, James the naysayer.
Have you tasted it?
No.
You might want to before you continue to call me James the Naysayer.
Good stuff, is it?
No.
All right. Let's count how much we have left. Maybe we can make a double batch. Hey, we have a half and one.
What are you going to do with your dandelion dregs?
A half.
Dry them out and use them as compost?
And two.
Well, I suppose we could.
It's high in fiber. Just
And
it's Metamucil you don't have to pay
a
for.
half. It's just a hair short of 3 cups.
So we have almost enough for 2 batches worth.
Yes.
Well, hot damn. Let's put some lemon juice in there.
I'm going to put this in the refrigerator.
Why? Why aren't you going to make 2 batches?
Because I don't have another thing of Sure Gel right now.
Where do you get Surgel at?
Well, let's see how the first batch tastes, okay? Because I'd have to get some more sugar as well. Hey, you know what we could do?
Well, we have one very definite opinion cast
I know
here.
what we could do. We can spread these petals out in the sun and let them dry.
And what will we do then?
Smoke them.
You know, you'll give people that are watching this ideas that we are not upstanding, wholesome people.
We are. Okay.
But if you can't make jokes like that in your family, what can you do, you know?
Okay. Oh, that dumped right out. Okay, it is now boiling. We will now pour in 4½ cups of sugar.
Like I said, a teaspoon of sugar helps the medicine go down.
We will stir it.
That's awfully rough medicine if you need 4½ cups, don't you think?
Probably. But this could be pretty rough medicine. You never can tell.
Maybe we should have diluted it. Maybe our
Maybe the
tea was
color of
too
violet.
strong, you know?
Well, I guess we'll find out. But right now we're in the process of activating the gelatin and all that good stuff, getting this thing all mixed together. Looks almost like caramel in there. Does have a smell kind of like hot honey, I think. Although opinions differ.
Okay, hand me
Did
the
you put honey in it?
No, hand me the Sure Gel instructions that are on the table. Okay. Stir in sugar, return to a full rolling boil, and boil for 1 minute.
Hopefully our canner will get the plot. Because I think it's getting
The
hot.
jars are hot enough. They're hot enough.
But usually we have that thing going like a steam whistle. We now have the mix of Sure-Gel and dandelion tea at a rolling boil. We'll have to hold it there for a period of 1 minute, which has already started prior to my turning the camcorder on. And then it'll be time to put it in the canning jars, which have been boiling and bubbling away in the canner, or at least they would have been if we'd have gotten a little earlier jump on things. We've left a lot out of this video about the Sure-Gel because that comes with directions, so it's pretty easy to do. If you can fall off of a log, I'm pretty sure you can use Sure-Gel.
How are we doing minute-wise?
We're coming up on it right now. Just a minute.
Just one?
Yeah, just one. There we go, 1 minute. Now we'll move that off the burner.
So, unfortunately, I should have done it in just the reverse order because the front burner's hot now.
Well, I did put that on the back burner because I thought that's the one you'd use. Let's see what we got going on in here. Well, they're doing better than I thought they were.
I'm going to put this over here, honey.
This will do a precision job of fogging up Handycam optics.
Okay.
Which it did.
There we go. All right.
So we'll do a little high-end lens cleaning here right on the air, you know. You can't get this kind of stuff on other YouTube channels. Well, you can. Fellow YouTuber V Westlife cleaned a lens on a video once. I don't know of anybody else who has. We got this neat little funnel here,
Which we'll sterilize. Okay, I'm looking for the stainless steel ladle that I got out. There it is.
There it is.
Right there.
Now we take our dandelion gel, which is still pretty liquid at this point.
Not really that way, but
Yeah, it looks almost like a jar of honey, really. And you got to leave a little space at the top for the magic of the canning process to do its thing.
Okay.
About a 1/4 inch worth.
So what I want to do...
And you got to get the little flecks of white stuff out of there. Those of you who are going to try this for the first time, you should certainly expect some trial and error. But if by some chance your jar doesn't happen to seal, it's no big deal. You can simply throw it in the refrigerator and it'll keep just fine that way. And as we fill the jars up, we'll put them back in the canner for, what, another minute or so to process?
About 10.
10 minutes. And then we let them out of there, let them sit on the table, and they'll start pulling a vacuum on themselves and sealing. Or at least most of them will. Clean the lip of the jar here, as you can see, because that sealing surface has to be just about perfect.
Take the lid.
as ugly as I expected.
The lid.
We get the lid hot, put that on there, and then we use one of these retaining bands.
You gotta be careful because that burner's hot.
Now we have a special tool to put those back in there so you don't have to burn your fingers off in the process. And we'll just keep doing that with more and more jars until we've filled them all, or as many of them as we can in this particular batch. So take a look at what we've been making. Dandelion jelly.
Ooh, cool.
Alright, here's our taste test.
It's better than it was without sugar in it. Still needs to harden up a little bit.
Alright, here we go. This is try number 2. He said it was much improved.
It's not bad.
Wait a minute, what did you say?
It's not bad with 4.5 cups of sugar in it.
You gonna try it on some bread?
Yeah, I think so.
Where's David? He'll taste anything. There was some butter out.
If that bread was sliced any thinner, it'd be a supermodel.
I don't think you'd eat it with peanut butter per se, but
We eat everything around here with peanut butter.
you get a little bit of the dandelion tea kind of flavor, and then I would say the rest of it kind of tastes like lemon juice and honey.
Alrighty.
Alright.
This is taste test number 3 or 4 or something.
Oh, crumb went in
It's her
there.
first.
Alright.
She's going to use butter.
A small amount of butter. We must get David in here as an unsuspecting taste tester, and you can film his reaction.
Well, he'll know something's up.
Hold still and try this.
Tie him down. Okay. On the bread, it has a color much like a yellow ochre. It's not a bright yellow. It's not like a brilliant yellow. It's sweet.
What else do you notice about it? Anything?
It has a little bit of a tang.
Anything else? Think it's pretty good?
Yeah, I do. I do. And I think that we'll take the stuff that's in the fridge and we'll make another batch.
Alrighty.
You want me to go get you sugar? And
I'm not going to do it today.
how long are you going to leave it in the fridge for?
About a month.
I might do it tonight or something. What do you think?
I'm surprised. I've said this several times.
It's not bad.
Somehow.
It does kind of taste like honey, doesn't it?
That's what I said.
David's truck is here. Where is he?
It's got the underlyings of the dandelion tea with lemon juice, and then it kind of has a honey finish.
Okay. Cut a nice slice off for David. I'll get him.
It's got hands.
Hey, David, you need to come in here. We need you.
Listen to that deception. We need you. It's important.
Yeah.
Well, it is
No,
science.
nobody say anything.
Fix it up for him.
It's like, Mikey, you'll eat anything.
You know, I was thinking that when we first started proposing that he come in here and we not say anything to him.
He's coming. He's a good sport.
We'll see.
What's up?
We need you to taste something.
I want to
We
get your honest reaction.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're living in the Stone Ages. We have lights on, people.
And the key keeper said, "Let there be light."
Do you know what you're eating?
No, I don't. Looks like petrolatum jelly. That's good.
Boy, that was lyrical.
What does it taste like?
Diesel fuel? I don't know. Tastes like peach jelly.
This is what I have to deal with when I'm trying to make a video around here. We got people blowing their nose and all kinds of stuff, but sooner or later the moment was going to come down to it that I would have to try this, so Here we go. Dun 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 dun. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I wouldn't say it tastes like dandelions.
What do dandelions taste like?
Yeah. You know, I've not exactly ever eaten dandelions before. But,
I just thought instead of it being like brownish,
I would say kind of a peachy taste.
I thought it would taste a lot. I thought it would be like a brilliant yellow.
It is a golden yellow.
Well, it'd get my stamp of approval, I'll tell you that. And I'm not a huge fan of jams and jellies and stuff.
Okay, we'll get these bad boys out of here. This is called a hot water bath. Botulism is not a serious issue with sugary things like jams and jellies.
Now, if you were going to can certain foods, like I think green beans are one, you have to have a pressure cooker, don't you?
Right, because there's not enough acid in the beans. The fact that we put some lemon juice in here increased the acidity.
Those really look good. And it was good, too. I still find it hard to pinpoint the taste. But I agree with the key keeper when he says that it's kind of peachy. There's definitely a note of honey to it.
Check them out, James. Look how pretty they look.
I know. That's what I said.
And the quilted glass really adds to the effect. Now, by bringing these out of the hot water bath and letting them sit on the cooling rack over there, the
Did you find something?
thermal expansion and contraction process
Okay.
will make these buttons pop down. I don't want to touch these because they're very hot.
Very hot.
But you'll hear them go ping after a while.
So no, we didn't get very much. We got...
But we have a whole other batch in the fridge.
These are cup jars. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 cups.
Out of basically 10, well, no, we had 5 cups of dandelions because that's about half of what we harvested.
We had 3 cups of juice, okay?
And we had 3 cups of juice plus all the other stuff that we added. So, I'd say for the yield it wasn't too bad. The most tedious part of this by far, I think, was picking the dandelions. Taking the petals off them was not nearly so bad. A household scissors made very short work of that. We'll be back in just a moment when these start popping, and as my mother said, this was definitely fun. This was definitely a learning experience. You know, coloring outside of the lines, doing things like that, and
non-traditional.
This time, I'd say we were on to a winner. One of them just popped. Maybe another one will do it here soon, so I can get it on video. You know, be kind of nice. And again, you know, if you do this and some of these don't seal, just stick them in the fridge. They'll be fine.
So we were just a hair short of 3 cups when I put the juice in the fridge. So all we'd have to do is, they said, if you're just a little shy, add a little water.
Mm-hmm.
And I think our tea was plenty strong, don't you?
Oh, I do. The flavor's perfect. If you're supposed to water it down more, that'd be news to me.
No. Don't. You'll break the chair.
All right, now we're getting ready to break some furniture here with Furhead.
That chair is flexing so much.
Hey,
If we don't break the key keeper.
Tell Santa what you want for Christmas, little boy.
Eric, don't break the chair. Eric,
He's gonna break me
David
if he's
will
not
be
careful. Oh, pull them up.
what does it taste like, man?
It's like bread.
I don't think he's awake yet.
What does the stuff on the bread taste like?
Draw him a picture.
Let me guess. Dandelions.
It's hardly creative. Now, the more opaque stuff is just...
It'll taste fine.
What it is it's like sugar foam.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, everybody. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And feel free to leave a comment if you happen to have one.